Okay, y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. Happy Wednesday. And today, we are going to make some cornbread. I'm craving some cornbread. And the secret ingredient to my cornbread is buttermilk. And I told y'all, always use whole buttermilk. White Lily, self-rising cornmeal. I got the buttermilk cornmeal mix, okay? So, cornmeal is kind of another recipe I don't really have measurements for, so I just kind of eyeball it a little bit. So, we start out with our flour or our cornmeal mix. And I'd say probably about, depending on how big of a pan of cornbread you want, I'd probably say maybe a cup and a half I got right here. That's about all I got. Okay. Then I'm going to add 1 egg. If I was making a bigger batch of cornbread, I would probably do 2 to 3 eggs, depending on how much I was cooking. All right. And then I'm going to add my buttermilk. I already shook it up really good. We're going to pour that in. And you kind of want your mix to be a little soupy, okay? So I'm just stirring this up right now, the whisk. And I'm just kind of going to eyeball it and see. And I can already tell. Let me show y'all. I can already tell this is going to need a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's going to need about a cup and a half more of buttermilk. Now you can do this with just plain milk. I personally don't think it tastes as good. I think it the buttermilk adds an acidity to your self-rising cornmeal mix, and that helps it rise. So I got my cast iron skillet with a little bit of olive oil behind me, and it's heating up. And I also got my oven on, and I set my oven to 425. Now I have an older oven, so it gets pretty hot. Let me show y'all the consistency. This is really a good consistency for your cornbread. Now, I'm going to show y'all later how I eat my cornbread. I eat it an old-timey way. So, y'all just keep watching. And I'll show you how we're going to eat y'all, I am back. And now we are going to pour our batter into our cast iron skillet. And that is going to give a nice crust to our cornbread, okay? So my oil is kind of smoking. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's how I know it's hot. I could also add just a little bit of my batter to it, and I could see if it bubbled if I knew and that's how I'd find out if it was ready. So anyway, I'm gonna pour this in and y'all can watch. You hear that? Oh boy, oh my goodness gracious, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Y'all, you just can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Okay, so that is perfect. Let me show y'all. So, shoot, if you wanted to have a really nice crust on it, you could leave it in this skillet and let it cook a little bit and get a nice crust on it. But your oil not only adds flavor, but it also keeps it from sticking in your cast iron. Now, have you heard of the old-timey saying, or maybe you haven't, I'm going to put this in the oven, 425 degrees. If you ever heard of the old-timey saying, when you cook in a cast iron skillet for cornbread, that has to be your cornbread skillet. Like, you cannot cook anything else. And that is true. This skillet that I'm using, it's not my cornbread skillet that I normally use, but I'm just making a small batch for me. But it is another skillet that I use for my cornbread that makes a small batch. The other one I have is kind of big, and it's more of a family size. So anyway, so we are going to let this cook for about 20 minutes, and I'll be back. Y'all, it's been 20 minutes, or about 20 minutes, and we are ready to take our cornbread out. Oh my gosh, y'all, this looks so good. Ooh, that's hot. That is just, oh my gosh, that just looks amazing. And it's just, do you hear that? Still sizzling in there. Y'all, it's going to be so good. And I'm going, so this is also an old, well, this is an old plate. And I love this plate and pretty designs on it. I keep it on my wall. But this is another old-timey way of how you put cornbread on a plate. So I'm going to get just a knife. And I'm going to flip this cornbread out onto the plate, if it'll come. It should just, y'all watch, it should just pop right out. Maybe. Sometimes it can be a little stubborn, but when we get it, I might actually have to hit it up against the, there we go, that's a lot better. I didn't want to do that with the plate on there. And I'm going to get some towels, and we're just going to transfer this. Turn off my oven before I forget. I'm going to transfer this onto our plate. And I put that knife underneath our cornbread so it would not sweat. Well, it's going to sweat, but if it stays on that plate, it'll end up getting really soggy on the bottom. So this is really how you should serve when you're at the dinner table and you've got a pot of pinto beans or lentils or a soup. Y'all, it would, oh my gosh, I'm just, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. So when it should be, the way it should be served is like this. So that way you can pass it around the table and your bread's not soggy, because it does get soggy. It sweats on the bottom. So that knife just props it up, okay? So I'm going to let this sit and cool for a second, and we'll be back. We plated it up, and now I'm going to show y'all how I eat my cornbread when I'm just having it by itself. Now, that's not to say this would be just as good. Oh, listen to the crunch. You hear that crunch? It's got that nice, crisp. This can be served with, like I said, any sort of meal. But I'm going to show y'all how I like to eat my cornbread. And maybe you have had it this way, or you may have seen others eat it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Cooked in the middle. Steamy, 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 steamy hot. Oh my gosh. All right. I just brought it out. Remember that buttermilk that I told you about? Guess what I'm going to do? Can you guess? Can y'all guess what I'm just about to do? Some of my friends who may be watching, they've seen me do this before. And I don't think they're a little weirded out by it. Y'all, it ain't weird. if y'all don't drink or eat your cornbread with buttermilk, y'all are missing out. What are y'all doing? Hold on. Oh, wait. Let me show y'all. Get this plate out of the way. Because this is the main event right here. Y'all, this is so good. And it's good for you. Buttermilk is so good for your gut health. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. And I am going to get a spoon. Get you a long teaspoon. That's what so I can make sure that I can get down in that cup. Y'all, this is the first bite. Lord, thank you for this food. Oh my gosh, y'all. That is so good. Y'all, I love. Now, another way to do this is putting sweet milk. Maybe that's how y'all need to start eating your cornbread. Start out by putting sweet milk over it. Y'all know what sweet milk is? Sweet milk is this. It's just whole milk. That's all it is. Sweet milk is just whole milk. It's an old-timey way of saying whole milk, sweet milk. Because it's sweet. Sweeter. Y'all, this is so good. I'm going to get another cup of this. I know I am. Wow, y'all. Y'all, this is so good. This is a meal. This is a meal, y'all. You got your egg, your protein. You got your carbs from your corn. Your milk. It's got calcium. All kinds of probiotics. I have an onion over there. I might chop up an onion and just eat an onion raw. Y'all ever do that? Y'all, make you some cornbread. It's so crispy. Look at that. Sorry, gone. I ate it all. You know, I made a big plate of cornbread right here. That's a lot of cornbread for one boy. And guess what? I can guarantee you, I'm going to eat it all tonight. Because I haven't had dinner. This is my dinner tonight. I'm going to maybe chop me up that onion over there. Y'all, you can open up this cornbread and put you a slab of butter on it. Eat it like that. Y'all, so many things y'all can do with it. And y'all, this is also how I make cornbread. Is so versatile. You can use cornbread for a lot of different things. Not just to eat with your beans, y'all. You can cook cornbread, and you can use that to make your dressing at Thanksgiving. I know that's a long way off. We're only in July. I could eat dressing anytime. It's called cornbread dressing. You can make cornbread salad. Have y'all ever had that before? Oh my gosh. Now that's good. Cornbread salad. That's a good summertime dessert. That's a good dessert for 4th of July, or not dessert, a good entree for 4th of July. Y'all. So, and that cornbread, that outer edges are so crispy. If you don't want it crispy, don't heat up your oil before you put it in the oven. If you don't want it as crispy as mine, don't leave it on the eye as long as I did. But I like it that way, y'all. But cook the way you like. You gotta figure out what you like. Because here's the thing. There ain't no point in cooking food if you ain't gonna eat it. So learn how to cook. Get in the kitchen. Y'all have no excuse not to get in that kitchen. I'm 26 years old. I'm 26 years old. I'm a male. Men ain't supposed to cook. Oh, yes, they can. And sometimes men can cook better than women. I've known a lot of men cooks that could cook really good. My dad, he makes sausage gravy. He makes great sausage gravy. He gets out there on the grill and he can grill up anything. He can cook. He can cook rice. He can cook shrimp, steak. One time he made little kebabs with zucchini and squash. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was delicious. You don't have to be a woman to be in the kitchen. You can be a man. Y'all get in there and cook. Okay, y'all. I'm going to finish this up. But y'all have a great night. A blessed night. And thanks for watching. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. And shout out to all the people that's been subscribing to my channel over the past couple of days. Be ready for more content. It's coming.